Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And I'm so happy to be here with the fabulous guests that we have today. So I want to start out with some introductions because today we are going to be talking about the wonderful, beautiful Venus Thrash, amazing poet, amazing mother, just fabulous community activist. And we're so glad to be able to do this, to honor her, to celebrate her, to relive memories about her, and really to continue to lift up that legacy in a very tangible way. So first, I just want to start out with some quick introductions. So I'll start with Jay.
Hi, my name is Jay Scales, and I am a poet and a musician.
Thank you. Dwayne.
Hi, I'm Dwayne. I'm a poet and crochet artist and a few other random things.
Lovely. And Sarah.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah. I am a poet and creative nonfiction writer, and for 10 years I was director of Split This Rock in DC.
Thank you so much. So next, what we'd love to do, I'd love to hear from Jay to start off to, let us know a little bit of your memories about Venus and what she means to you.
Well, when I think about Venus Thrash, I think about a poet with a real rock star name. And the first three words that I think about when I reflect back to that first time that I heard Venus reciting poetry eons ago, the words would be bold. That's the first word. Second word would be unapologetic. And the third word is yes. And I really feel like, in a sea of bland heteronormativity, Venus really had a unique, sultry swag on and off the page. So as a community, we give thanks for Venus and for sharing this part of their path with us.
Thank you. Dwayne.
I remember meeting Venus back when, in my 20s and being kind of scared. Like, not in a way that was like, grr, Venus is going to get me, but this is a writer who carries power with them, know what I'm saying? And not in a like boisterous or mean aggressive sort of way, but just my presence commands attention, my presence demands respect. And that's something that, as a itty bitty little person, I've been gleaning and learning from, and I learned so much from Venus, also about how to be like a loving, caring person, but also carry gravitas and gangster with you as well. Because you have to balance it out. And Venus was that balance. Sorely missed, and an incredible writer. Just, yeah.
Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. Sarah.
Thank you. And for these beautiful remembrances of Venus, I had the privilege of publishing her poems with Split This Rock, presenting her on stages in DC. She asked me to blurb her book, The Fateful Apple, which I think, Jay, do you have it? Can you show it off? There it is. It's a stunner, and you can still buy it. I think it came out in 2014. There it is, The Fateful Apple. And I was just so honored to lend my words to such powerful, gorgeous poetry, full of challenge, full of celebration, full of the joy of being Black, of being queer, of being woman-loving, of being big-hearted. And then she and her then partner, Jackie, adopted Daniel, and she became the fiercest, most beautiful mother I have ever witnessed, and we shared that, being the mother of a son. Also, she had incredible swag. I mean, look at that hat. She had amazing hats, and those dimples. She was always the best dressed in any room. So I miss her desperately. And the fundraiser that we are talking about today, and here's the GoFundMe page, it's celebrate-Venus-Thrash, is to help support her son, Daniel. His future, his education, which would have meant an enormous amount to Venus to see Daniel treasured by our community, celebrated by him, the way she treasured him, the way she treasured all of us. And we had that great good fortune to be on this planet at the same time as Venus Thrash. And I hope that you'll join me in donating to this GoFundMe. Any amount that you can afford is deeply appreciated. We started at the $500 goal. It doubled. No, it's tripled. We'd love to get to that $5,000 goal to make a significant contribution to Daniel's education and his future. So please donate, please spread the word, share it to all your platforms, send out emails, encourage your friends and people who loved Venus or who loved her poetry or were touched by her and her work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we want to remind our viewers that the link to the GoFundMe will be in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. At this moment, I would love to really fully celebrate Venus by hearing her own words right here. So this, of course, is really, really great. Always great to hear her writing and hear her words. So I'll start off with Jay.
Okay. Just want to show the cover one more time of The Fateful Apple by Venus Thrash. This is what we're reading from. The first poem I wanted to read is Big Mama's Final Hour for Willie Mae Thornton. Death come calling early, before sunrise burns breath, before crust blinks from sleepy eyes, before Big Mama belts one last sorry blues song. Death come knocking early, before one more hound dog buys a big house in the country, by God's grace, land enough to grow gardens of greens. Death comes stalking early, before daylight catch her pissy drunk, beat bloody, or rock tender slow in the arms of women who love her. Death come crawling early, strip her pockets bone bare, force lovers into liars, hush legend from her lips, robbed of royalties and fame. Death come creeping early, steal her cotton picking blues, leave her well mighty dry, earth still spinning round while she dead on her back, flat cold.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we will have Dwayne Lawson-Brown.
So I mentioned earlier that Venus was equal parts gangster and lover. And I think this poem perfectly encapsulates that. It's called Uncivil by Venus Thrash.
Thank you.
I'm wearing a white tux with tails, or a baby blue one with a ruffly shirt, or decked out in classic black, or coolly clad in a pearl white dashiki embroidered in gold silk, or my favorite pair of holy blue jeans with a white t-shirt that says, I heart pussy, or a green one with the black velvet fist raised in the air, and you're not wearing a white dress at all, but a wispy wraparound, strawberry red that hugs you warm and tight around the waist, cut low at the small of your back, showing off peekaboo cleavage and legs with no quit. And our folks are there with hankies and tissues, bawling the way parents do at weddings. And I won't be waiting for you at the end of no aisle, but we will walk together, arm in arm, hand in hand, our wrists tied and bound with sheer purple scarves. And we will be the only ones giving us away under a moonlit sky abundant in stars. And there will be no wedding march on the Steinway, but Nina Simone demanding, be my husband and I'll be your wife, or Aretha Franklin's luscious, you make me feel like a natural woman. And we won't exchange vows or rings, but smoldering kisses and lingering hugs. And there will be no parchment certificates stamped with any state's approval, confirming we're married or in love, but we will jump over a brand new straw broom. We will light candles and pour red wine into the earth where our ancestors sleep. We will wash and anoint each other's heads with frankincense and myrrh, and the women will unwind butter yellow congas from their hair and toss them on the ground before us to cushion our feet.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. Thank you. Then now I'm going to go back to Jay for your second poem.
Once again, reading from the Fateful Apple. This is one of my favorites from Venus. Oprah loves Gail. At night, when OWN shuts down and the show's closing theme music fades, and Stedman snores away in Oprah's favorite red satin men's pajamas, she slips from between Egyptian cotton sheets, tiptoes down the winding hall to the guest bedroom where Gail has fallen nearly asleep waiting. Under covers, they hold hands and talk deep into the morning, the way old girlfriends do. Oprah leans her head on familiar solid shoulders and lays her burdens down. Gail, as she promised, takes up and carries them as far as Oprah needs. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Jay.
Thank you.
Sarah, I know you have a poem as well. Please, your turn.
Thank you. This poem of Venus's is called Twirl. Excuse me, Twirl. I want to say first that the poem that Dwayne read, Uncivil, one of my favorite poems of Venus's, and you can watch video of Venus reading that poem on the YouTube page of Split This Rock. She read it at the 2012 Split This Rock Poetry Festival when she featured, and it's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
Twirl. Hershey kiss colored Joseph with Diana Ross eyes, the only boy majorette in the mighty Wolves marching band, wore sharp white slacks, crisp white shirt. His grandmother sewed him a green sequined vest. Batons spun in his hand as propellers on a twin-engine jet, high flung over taunts, jeers, butterflies alighting on the tips of his precise fingers while he balanced upside down on one leg. Joseph whirled around in a chartreuse satin gown on homecoming day. A Miss Band gold glittered sash emblazoned his chest. Silver wands wheeling beyond, sparrows and clouds were snatched from midair like a magician's trick, while Joseph, green sequins and all, twirled furiously into the sparkling sun. Venus Thrash, everybody.
I love that one so much because I identify with it a lot. All right, Jay, we'll have you round us out with your final poem.
Wow, this is so prolific, right? I mean, all of this from the same human being. Okay, this is called To the Femmes. Who would love us, short-haired butch women, our eyes unpainted, our lips unglossed but moist and ready, spiffy in pinstripe suits and paisley ties, tough in Timberland work boots, balling in the latest Air Jordans, our breasts pressed close to the chest, the curve of our hips hidden in baggy jeans, strolling unashamed. Down the avenue, our Big Daddy strut copied from the men in our lives. Our muscled arms decorated in tattoos of various women's names. Packing plastic cocks in crotches, punches in bars, smelling of patchouli or Egyptian musk. Our serious hard stare, our easy tears, our brazen craven for juicy coochie. to flip-flop and be topped by you who would love us. Butches, diesels, daddies, doms, kings, studs. That's it. Venus Thrash.
I love that. Oh my God. One of the most beautiful things about Venus's writing was just, how she encapsulated the queer experience and from all over the spectrum, she was able to just encapsulate that and to just deliver that in a beautiful way and really just capture that essence, of the community. So, oh my God, thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts, sharing your memories, and sharing her stories by sharing your stories. And thank you so much for those wonderful readings. This has been so fabulous, so wonderful. And I want to give another push for the fundraiser. So Sarah, I'm gonna give it to you to take it away.
All right. Whatever you can give, we would appreciate. I know that Venus's family would deeply appreciate and be moved by the generous donations. I'm so grateful to everyone who's given so far. Please help us meet that $5,000 goal. That would really make a difference in this young person's life. This person that Daniel, Venus's son, who she adored and treasured. And I just want to thank you and ask you to spread the word, give anything that you can, give again if you've already given. It's going to make a huge difference. And I'm so grateful to you, our viewers, to the donors past and future, to Team Racine for hosting us, to Day 8 for setting up the fundraiser and managing it. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. And thank you all for being here with me today. It is such a pleasure to have you here. We want to remind our viewers that the link will be in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out and give at your heart's content. And thank you so much for help supporting, preserving, and pushing forward the legacy of the one, Venus Thrash. Thank you all so much. Those who are watching, please follow Team Racine Productions at Team Racine and click around on our YouTube channel to discover more wonderful interviews, panels, celebrations just like this. Like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.